Hey everybody, Dan Lobby with Lance Reisland back breaking down a play as we look ahead to the Browns matchup against the Steelers. Today, Lance is going to show you how the Steelers might not be exciting on defense, but they play great team defense, and he's going to show you how they stopped a run by Derrick Henry and the Ravens, and what the Browns have to watch as the Steelers use their team defense to try and slow them down. Lance, take it away.
All right, let's take a look at the Steelers defense here. Now, as you watch the film on the Steelers, that kind of word culture comes in. And what culture is to me is culture is doing things over and over and doing it right and having great habits and understanding your rules, understanding your responsibilities, and doing what's best for the team. And there's no team in the NFL that does that better than the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's take a look at a run play from the Ravens, a simple zone play, get Derrick Henry the ball, and how the Steelers play team defense to stop them. Okay. So you got Watt, Benton, Cameron Hayward, you got Highsmith, you got Porter, you got Robertson, you got Queen. Let's go over the gaps here. So again, next to between the guard and center, you got the A gap, the B gap, the C gap. Now the C gap means from the outside of this tackle because there's no one out here all the way to the sideline. So Watt has all the way to the sidelines. That would be setting the edge, right? So everything has got to go inside Watt. Over here, you have A gap again, B gap, C gap. Now there's a tight end. So Highsmith has outside the tight end all the way to the sideline. Again, that would be termed setting the edge. Nothing gets outside of Highsmith. So Watt's got C gap, Queen's got B gap, Benton's got A gap, Hayward's got B gap, right? Highsmith's got the D gap. Porter comes down inside the box to help in C. Roberts has what we like to say fast A, so this is his gap, but he also knows this gap is huge over here, so he can widen. So we say he has fast A, slow C, right? So all the gaps are covered, right? And this is what I mean. This is an over front. So you got a 9 by Highsmith, a 3 by Hayward, a 2I by Benton, and a wide 5 by Watt. Pretty common. Now, let's take a look at how the Ravens are going to block it. So regardless of what the front is, everything always stays the same for the offensive line. So this is going to be inside zone. So the linebacker count for the offensive line starts to their right. So Queen would be the number 1 linebacker. Number 2 linebacker is Roberts. Number 3 would be, the safety, Porter, down in the box. However, they're going to leave Porter alone because they're going to make sure they get a hat on Highsmith. Usually they leave the backside end. So if they were to run zone read here, they would run zone read off Porter. Anyway, so the deuce block, you're going to hear this guard and center say ace. These 2 guys are in charge of these 2 guys, no matter where they go. So if he came over here, whatever they do, they're in charge of these 2 guys. You're going to see Queen knows that, and he's going to help Benton. So this is what I talk about team. He's going to help by Benton by walking up. Now, you get Hayward here. This is the big deuce block. You see those cutbacks in the NFL. This is Hayward. His job is to make these 2 guys block him. And they're not allowed to leave this double team until Hayward gets moved. Well, Hayward never gets moved, so Roberts is a free hitter. Moving on. So as the play starts, you're going to see Benton here. Now, couple things you like here. Watt's going to take the outside C. He's going to rush on the outside. What I like by the Steelers is they know and understand offense. So Queen moves up, and by him moving up, it takes off the double team. Because remember, these 2 are in charge of these 2. So the minute he walks up, this right guard has to go to Queen now, which puts Benton one-on-one with the center. Benton's going to beat the center. Now, over here, you're going to see the double team. You're going to see this big deuce double team, and you're going to see Hayward not get moved. And again, they're going to block Highsmith and leave Porter. And you can see Minka kind of getting down in there and out too. As you keep going, right now, you can see Roberts is running free. Roberts has his A gap, right? He's also got slow, right? We talked about that slow B gap right here, right? Everybody's got their gap covered. Now, Benton's getting moved out of his gap by the center. So you'll see him. He's going to fight pressure. He's going to anchor. And he's going to cross the face or throw that center so he can get back in this area right here. You're going to see Porter's coming in his gap. Minka's coming down here to help in B gap. So they have all the gaps covered. As you can see, there's nowhere for Henry to go. Now, as Henry comes up here, he's going to start here, see these 2 coming, and come back over here. Now, as he gets to the line of scrimmage, he's behind here. He can go either way. He takes a look to his left. He sees these 2 guys, gap integrity. Now, from the play before, you see Benton does a great job of crossing the center's face. What we mean by that is that he was on this side. He's going to cross his face and get back into his gap. So now, if you take a look here, every gap is covered by the Steelers, and they do this on every play, regardless of what front they're in. Benton does a good job of getting blocked and then getting back to his responsibility. Henry doesn't see it here, so he's going to cut here. In the end, you see everybody, gap is covered. Everybody's doing what they have to do for the team. Even though they don't make the play, Benton makes the play. It's because of team defense. Everything is covered. This is a play that was well blocked by the Ravens and only picked up 2 yards because of their attention to detail and their ability to play together. This is what the Browns got to figure out. They got to get on the same page and get everybody blocked and start getting some movement in their run game.